Hey keyboard nerds, here it is, the May 2024 lick of the month. This one is a Smokin Hot blues lick. It's one of those really fast, really impressive licks that you can pull in a solo. It's actually pretty easy to play. It only uses a blues scale, but it's one of those licks that you got to start off slow, slowly build up speed, take your time with, but when you've got it under your hands, you've got it and you can pull it off in solos, and it will really create those wow moments in your solos. Here it is. That's it. It's such a great one. Really, really fun to play, really fast, lots of energy. So let's get into it. This one uses the G blues scale. The G blues scale is G, B flat, C, D flat, D, F, G. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's look at the lick and let's break it down into two parts. Part one starts here on the second note of the G blues scale, the B flat. We're going to start on our pinky finger and come down like this. That is part one. That's it. So get really comfortable playing that, slowly working up the speed and kind of memorize it, get it into a muscle memory. Again, it is, fingering I use is 5, 3, 2, 1, 3. Second part of the lick starts here on C. I start on my thumb. It goes like this. So I start here on my thumb on the C, third finger on the B flat, and then that allows me to come back to my pinky here. So that's part two. So when I put them together, it kind of sounds like this. And it's one of those great licks because you just start at the top of the organ, you play that lick, and then your hand just falls into that lick again, one octave lower, and then it just falls into it again, one octave lower, like this. Starting again right here. Starting again. And starting again. So this is what it sounds like all together. And I'm just playing a really simple bass line in my left hand, just a G, F, C, Southern rock style thing, just to give it something underneath it to make it more fun. This is what it sounds like at speed. My philosophy has always been with practice is to start playing things excruciatingly slow. I practice so slowly when I'm starting a lick, and I slowly build it up. I only really start to speed it up when I've committed it to muscle memory, when it's just totally natural for me to play that lick and I don't even have to think about it. That's when I start applying speed to it. And that hopefully might be a strategy that will work for you too when you're practicing. And you know, as far as fingering goes, I'm showing you a suggested fingering. I really don't think there are any rules when it comes to fingering. It's whatever works for you. Everybody's hands are a little bit different. Things work differently for different people's brains, so just do what feels good to you. And remember, when you're practicing these licks, you're doing them like 4 octaves down the organ. You're probably not going to do that in a solo. You might just take the first part of it and then rip into another lick, or just take the first 2 octaves and rip into another lick. Think of this just as a sentence or a phrase of words that you can throw into a conversation. So the thing about licks like this is not to make them feel. Don't let the audience know that you're playing a lick so it sounds like this big mathematical thing. Try to disguise it somehow. Find a way to rip into another lick. See right there, I just put about 3 or 4 other licks, Frankenstein them with that lick, and all of a sudden it sounds a little bit more like improvisation. So like I say, when you're learning licks like this, think of them just as small phrases that you might use in a conversation. So But you know, if the spirit moves you and you want to rip this thing from the top of the organ down to the bottom, and that's what the song needs and that's what the solo needs, give her. That's what we say in Canada. Give her, eh? You know, just do what works for the song is always my advice. But that's the lick of the month for May, and I hope you enjoy that one, and I'll see you very soon with another lick. Take care.